In the grand expanse of our universe, time unfolds in magnitudes beyond human comprehension. The stars, distant and luminous, burn steadily for billions of years. Planets orbit in their silent, unending dance. Mountains rise and crumble, but only after millennia of persistence. Even the trees, rooted in the earth, stand witness to centuries of change, watching as generations of life come and go. These elements of the cosmos, stars, rocks, planets, mountains, and trees exist on a scale where time seems infinite. They observe without rush, endure without faltering, and transform with the grace of eternity. Their lives span epochs, bearing silent witness to countless incidents, shifting seasons, and the ebb and flow of existence itself. And then there's us human beings, fragile, fleeting, and finite compared to the stars or the mountains. Our lives are a mere flicker, a momentary spark in the vastness of time. While the universe has the luxury of endless time, we do not. This stark contrast raises an essential question. If our time is so short, how should we live it? With purpose or without purpose? Time, the most mysterious force in our universe, flows differently depending on the perspective of its observer. For humans, time begins with birth and ends with death. It is finite, measured, and deeply personal. We count our years, mark our milestones, and view the end of life as the cessation of time itself, for us at least. But for the rocks, the mountains, the trees, and the stars, time does not start or stop. It simply is. These elements exist in a timeless rhythm, unaffected by the brevity that governs human existence. Mountains stand tall through eons, weathering storms and reshaping continents. Rocks, silent and unyielding, hold memories of ancient Earth, predating humanity by billions of years. Trees grow and endure, witnessing the passing of generations, their rings telling stories of time we can barely fathom. Even Earth itself, our home, spins on, indifferent to the fleeting nature of human life. Time for Earth stretches beyond human comprehension, a vast continuum where ages unfold without clear beginnings or endings. And yet, despite all this continuity, no one truly knows the Earth, not its full history, nor its ultimate destiny. In this contrast lies a profound realization. While time flows on for the universe and its creations, for humans, it is a fleeting treasure. The clock starts at birth and stops at death, urging us to ask, how will we spend the time we are given? Will we live with purpose, or will we drift aimlessly as if unaware of the brevity of our spark? Perhaps the rocks and the mountains do not need purpose. Their existence is enough. But for us, the finite nature of time calls us to something greater. Would you like to continue this line of thought or expand into the philosophical implications of living with purpose versus aimlessness? Time, the ever-present current that shapes our universe, feels vastly different when seen through the eyes of its inhabitants. For humans, time is fleeting. Our journey begins with a cry at birth and ends with the silence of death. We are acutely aware of its boundaries, counting seconds, days, and years as if each tick of the clock is a heartbeat of our existence. Time seems to start and stop with us, tightly bound to the fragile thread of life. Yet, step beyond humanity and the story of time changes. Rocks lie beneath the Earth's crust, enduring pressures and transformations that span millions of years. Mountains rise slowly, watching epochs come and go, and are carved down again by the patient hand of time. Trees sprout from seeds, stand through centuries, and remain even as the world around them changes. These entities do not know the urgency of time. They exist within its flow, timeless in their patience. And what of Earth itself? A planet born in cosmic fire, forged in collisions of stardust, whose story spans billions of years. For Earth, time stretches endlessly, unbroken by the passing of lives or civilizations. It has witnessed the rise and fall of species, the shifting of continents and the evolution of life. Unlike humans, Earth does not race against time, it embraces it, moving to the rhythm of cosmic cycles. Herein lies the stark difference for humans. Time is finite. For the universe, it is infinite. And this distinction begs a profound question. What is the meaning of our brief existence within the vastness of eternity? Do we live with purpose, or do we drift aimlessly, letting the current of time carry us without direction? The stars do not question their purpose, they simply shine, burning for billions of years. The mountains do not worry about meaning, they endure, holding their place against time's slow erosion. Trees grow toward the sun, fulfilling their role in the cycle of life. They do not stop to ponder the value of their existence. But humans are different. Our awareness of time's limitations compels us to seek meaning. The knowledge that our lives are finite drives us to question, to create, to dream, and to leave a mark that outlasts us. Unlike the rocks or the trees, we are not content to simply exist. We crave purpose, a reason for our fleeting time to matter. So what does it mean to live with purpose? It is not merely about achieving goals or leaving legacies. Living with purpose means embracing the gift of time and using it intentionally. It is choosing to live fully, to connect deeply, and to contribute to something greater than ourselves. It is the act of finding meaning, not in the length of our days, but in their depth. And what happens when we live without purpose? We risk becoming like leaves in the wind, tossed about by forces beyond our control, never truly rooted. Without purpose, time slips through our fingers unnoticed, leaving us with a sense of emptiness as the clock winds down. In a universe where time flows endlessly for most, and so briefly for us, we are given a choice. To live with purpose is to stand out in the vastness, to declare that our fleeting spark matters. To live without it is to fade into obscurity, unnoticed by the world and forgotten by time. The mountains may last forever, the trees may witness centuries, and the earth may spin for billions of years. But we, with our fragile, finite existence, hold the power to live meaningfully. And perhaps that is what makes us unique, not our brevity, but our ability to fill that brevity with purpose. Humans count their time in harmony with the rhythms of the earth. Days, months, years, decades, and centuries, all these measures of time are rooted in the motion of our planet. A single day is the earth spinning once on its axis, while a year is the earth completing one orbit around the sun. Our lives are intimately tied to this cosmic dance, and our concept of time is shaped by the cycles of our planet. But consider this: if we were born on another planet, our understanding of time would be vastly different. A day on Mercury, for example, stretches for about 59 Earth days. On Jupiter, a day lasts just 10 hours, while on Saturn, it's even shorter, just over 10.5 hours. And then there's Pluto, where a single day takes over 153 Earth hours to complete. Even more astonishing is the way years differ. On Venus, 1 year lasts 225 Earth days, but its day is longer than its year, making time on Venus feel paradoxical to us. On Mars, a year is nearly twice as long as ours. And if we were to measure time on Neptune, where a year lasts 165 Earth years, the lives of most humans would be over in what the planet itself considers barely a season. How strange and humbling it is to realize that our sense of time, so central to how we live, is merely a reflection of our position in the cosmos. For us, a day is 24 hours, a year is 365 days, and a lifetime spans decades. But on another planet, an Earth century might be no more than a single day. This relativity of time reveals an even deeper truth: time is not universal, it is contextual. While we humans are bound to the Earth's cycles, the universe operates on an entirely different scale. Stars are born, live for billions of years, and die in cataclysmic explosions, leaving behind their essence in the form of new stars and planets. Galaxies swirl and collide over eons, and the universe itself, expanding since the Big Bang, measures its time in ages that far exceed human comprehension. Yet, amid this cosmic vastness, humans experience time with an unparalleled urgency. Our days are counted, our years are fleeting, and our entire existence feels like a brief moment when viewed against the backdrop of the universe. This awareness compels us to wonder: if time is so fleeting for us, how should we live it? Should we merely drift along counting days as the earth spins, or should we strive to live with purpose, filling each moment with meaning? Perhaps the greatest irony of all is that, despite our short time on earth, we have achieved the remarkable ability to imagine time beyond ourselves. We contemplate the eons of the universe, marvel at the slow churn of celestial bodies, and dream of distant worlds where time flows differently. This imagination, this consciousness, allows us to step outside the cycles of the earth and glimpse the boundless possibilities of existence. And yet the question remains, will we let the knowledge of our brevity inspire us to live fully, with intention and purpose? Or will we, like planets, endlessly orbiting their stars, move in circles without ever choosing a direction of our own? In a universe where time is both infinite and relative, perhaps our greatest achievement is not in how long we live, but in how deeply we understand, cherish, and use the fleeting time we have. The concept of time differs vastly between humans and the objects that surround them. For the mountains, the trees, and the stars, time flows like a river, continuous, unending, and unhurried. These objects are not bound by time as we are. They endure for centuries or millennia, untouched by the ticking clock. But for humans, life is a fleeting moment in the vastness of the universe. Our lifespan, measured in decades, is but a blink in cosmic time. This brevity cages us within the confines of time, making us deeply aware of its passage. Time for us is finite, and its limitations define the boundaries of our existence. This awareness brings both a blessing and a burden. On one hand, knowing our time is short forces us to value each moment. On the other, it compels us to confront the profound question, what will we do with the time we have? Unlike the mountains that simply exist or the trees that grow without questioning their purpose, humans cannot help but wonder about the meaning of their lives. This is not just a philosophical question, it is a practical one. With such a short span of existence, we are forced to think about what truly matters, to set aims and to define goals. We plan our activities meticulously, not just for survival, but for happiness, fulfillment, and legacy. A child dreams of growing up, a student envisions a career, a parent aspires to provide for their family, and an artist seeks to create something timeless. Each of these pursuits is shaped by the knowledge that time is limited. Our short lifespan is both a motivator and a constraint. It motivates us to act, to achieve, to leave a mark. But it also forces us to prioritize, to choose what is worth our precious time and what is not. This prioritization leads us to set goals, for without them, our limited time risks being wasted. Imagine a life without goals, a life without purpose. Time would slip by unnoticed, leaving behind only regret. In contrast, when we live with purpose, even the briefest moments can feel profound. A meaningful life is not necessarily one filled with grand achievements, but one where time is spent intentionally on relationships, passions, and pursuits that align with our values. The mountains do not worry about time, they endure. The stars do not race against the clock, they shine. But humans, bound by the brevity of life, must think, plan, and strive. This is both our challenge and our gift. For while time limits us, it also gives our lives urgency and focus. To live with purpose is to acknowledge the limits of time and to act in spite of them. It is to turn the cage of time into a framework for meaning. We cannot control how much time we are given, but we can choose how we use it. In this choice lies the essence of a purposeful life. For humans, time begins with birth and ends with death. Unlike the stars, the rocks, or the mountains, whose timelines stretch across millennia, human life is confined to a narrow belt of time, a brief, fragile interval carved out in the vast expanse of eternity. In this narrow belt, everything happens. All our joys, struggles, dreams, and plans must fit into this fleeting stretch of years. It is within this limited span that we must learn, grow, love, create, and leave behind a legacy. The brevity of our existence demands urgency. It forces us to make choices, set priorities, and live with intention. This finite window is not just about personal fulfillment. It is also about ensuring the continuation of our species. Within this narrow belt, humans bear the immense responsibility of passing on life to the next generation. We nurture, teach, and prepare them to carry forward our hopes, our knowledge, and our contributions. In this way, the belt of time does not end with one life, it extends across generations, creating a chain that weaves humanity's story into the larger fabric of existence. But this responsibility also highlights the weight of our decisions. How do we balance personal happiness with the duty to others? How do we make our limited time meaningful, not just for ourselves, but for those who come after us? This narrow belt of time may be constraining, but it also offers clarity. Knowing our days are numbered forces us to live with purpose. It challenges us to embrace life fully, to find joy in small moments, and to plan for a future we may not see but can help shape. Some may argue that this narrow belt creates pressure, forcing humans to race against the clock. And in many ways it does, but it also brings the freedom to focus on what truly matters. We cannot change the length of our belt, but we can choose how to fill it. Will we spend our days chasing empty pursuits, or will we invest them in building something meaningful? In this way, the narrow belt of human life becomes not a limitation, but an opportunity. It is within these boundaries that we find our greatest strength, the ability to love deeply, to dream boldly, and to act decisively. While the mountains may last forever and the stars may burn for eons, it is humanity's brief and precious moment that drives us to make an impact. For within the narrow belt of time, we discover the true meaning of life, not in its duration, but in the depth of how we live it. Human life is a unique phenomenon of fleeting presence on a vast, ever-changing earth. We are born, we live, and we leave, all within the narrow belt of time allotted to us. But in this brief existence lies the potential for something extraordinary, a life of meaning, impact, and fulfillment. Success, at its core, is not a universal standard, but a deeply personal pursuit. For some, success is measured in material achievements, wealth, power, and recognition. For others, it lies in relationships, personal growth, or leaving a legacy of kindness and contribution. But at its heart, a successful life is one where the individual feels they have lived intentionally, aligned with their values, and fulfilled their unique potential. Success is not just about outward accomplishments, it is about inner peace. A life lived in harmony with purpose, whether that purpose is building a family, creating art, advancing science, or simply spreading joy, is a life well lived. The first step to success is self-awareness. What drives you? What are your passions, strengths, and values? Success is deeply tied to authenticity. You cannot live a fulfilling life by chasing someone else's definition of success. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. Is it connection with others, creativity, knowledge, service? When you know your purpose, you can align your actions with it. A successful life requires direction. Without goals, we risk drifting through our narrow belt of time, leaving potential untapped. Goals give us a sense of purpose and focus, guiding us toward what we want to achieve. Break down your dreams into actionable steps. Whether it's pursuing a career, building relationships, or contributing to society, a clear plan can transform aspirations into reality. Success is not a straight path, it is a journey filled with challenges and setbacks. To achieve success, one must embrace growth. Learn from failures, adapt to change, and keep moving forward. Each obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Humans are social beings, and the quality of our relationships often defines the quality of our lives. A successful life is rich in connection, family, friends, and community. Investing time and energy into meaningful relationships not only brings happiness, but also creates a support system for life's challenges. True success often extends beyond personal achievements. It involves contributing to something greater than oneself. Whether through acts of kindness, creating something valuable, or making a positive impact on the world, success is amplified when it touches the lives of others. The brevity of life teaches us the importance of the present moment. While planning for the future and reflecting on the past are essential, true fulfillment is found in fully experiencing the here and now. Success is not just a destination, it is a way of living moment by moment. Success is a balance between personal joy and fulfilling responsibilities. It's about pursuing happiness without neglecting the duties that sustain us, our families, and our communities. This balance creates a life that is both meaningful and enjoyable. A successful life is not just about personal satisfaction, it is about leaving something behind, a memory, a contribution, or an inspiration for others. It is the ripple effect of our actions, spreading beyond our brief existence on earth. Success is one of life's most subjective and deeply personal concepts. To some, it might mean achieving wealth, fame, or power. To others, it could be about living in harmony, cultivating relationships, or pursuing a passion. At its heart, success is not a universal standard, but a reflection of individual purpose and fulfillment. True success is a life well lived, a journey where one's actions align with their values, passions, and goals. A successful life is not necessarily free of hardship or failure. In fact, these challenges often shape and define what success means. Success is the ability to overcome adversity, to grow and adapt, and to find meaning even in the face of struggle. But here's the deeper question: why do we seek success? Is it for validation? For security? Or is it because we sense an innate responsibility to make our limited time on earth matter? The question of our existence has fascinated philosophers, scientists, and spiritual thinkers for centuries. While there is no definitive answer, there are many perspectives. From a biological standpoint, humans are here as a result of billions of years of evolution. We are the product of natural processes, born to survive, reproduce, and ensure the continuation of our species. But science does not answer the deeper why. It tells us how we came to exist, but not the purpose of our existence. Many philosophers argue that life has no predetermined meaning, and it is up to each individual to create their own purpose. As Jean-Paul Sartre famously stated, existence precedes essence, meaning we exist first and then define our own essence through choices and actions. The purpose of life, while deeply personal, can be thought of as a process of calculation, a thoughtful evaluation of what truly matters to us, combined with a plan to achieve it. Let's break this down into two key parts: defining purpose and attaining it. To calculate the purpose of life, we must ask ourselves foundational questions and evaluate key aspects of existence. What drives you? Identify what brings you joy, fulfillment, or a sense of achievement. What are your strengths? Understanding your unique skills and talents helps you focus on areas where you can make a meaningful impact. What do you value? Consider what is most important to you: family, knowledge, service, creativity, or something else. Life is finite and time is limited. To calculate purpose, prioritize goals that align with your core values. Consider the balance between personal happiness and contributing to others or the world. Purpose often arises when we focus on both self-fulfillment and broader impact. Ask yourself, what do I want to leave behind? Purpose often involves creating something lasting, whether it's love, art, knowledge, or positive change in the lives of others. Be realistic about resources, time, and opportunities. Knowing your limitations helps refine your goals and makes your purpose achievable. Once the purpose is calculated, the next step is action. Attaining purpose requires discipline, adaptability, and persistence. Break down your purpose into smaller, actionable goals. These should be clear, measurable, and achievable. For example, if your purpose is to help others, set goals like volunteering, mentoring, or contributing to community projects. Develop a roadmap with timelines, resources, and milestones to track progress. Plans can change, but having a structure provides direction and focus. Consistency is key. Build daily habits that align with your purpose, whether it's dedicating time to learning, practicing gratitude, or working on a project. Life is unpredictable, and obstacles are inevitable. Treat challenges as opportunities to grow and refine your purpose. Success often requires resilience and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Purpose becomes richer when shared with others. Collaborate, inspire, and engage with people who resonate with your vision. Helping others find their purpose can reinforce your own. Purpose is not static. Regularly evaluate your progress and adapt your goals as needed. Celebrate milestones, but also reassess whether your actions align with your evolving values and aspirations. Purpose transforms life from mere existence into a meaningful journey. It provides clarity in decisions, resilience in challenges, and satisfaction in achievements. Attaining purpose is not about perfection, but about the effort to live intentionally and authentically. When we calculate our purpose thoughtfully and act with determination, we create a life that is not only successful, but deeply fulfilling, one that contributes to both our happiness and the betterment of the world.